shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Heart of a lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, moving. We making movies, moving, moving, moving. I get a chance to take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder, harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This head rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, who we? One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, who we? One shot, movie. That's all you need.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot. You only get one shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And this one features Trevor Lawrence. He's coming off a quality showing last week. Well over 300 yards in that one. It's the Jaguars and the Texans. And it's all up next on EA Sports.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of a couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick of the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep a string of good games going right here.
Ready, break.
Going to the air right away, Lawrence. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week. 18 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help them reach the century mark.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 45 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Eric Ebron. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From the 6. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for a Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Forced out to his left. He finds his man, complete. It's Bates. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The Texans at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And some room to work.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they come up now 2nd and goal.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Pierce. Touchdown, Houston. CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
ETN on the toss right. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 15. 83 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers,
touchdown! O.J. Howard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. The run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He takes this for 3 to the 29. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that will be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Throwing again on second down. Lawrence. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 43.
I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And now out comes Houston. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
19-5.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Buying time to his left. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's got room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Play action. Here's Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing is Hurts. Flushed out right. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Hurts sets up to throw it. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone.
Touchdown, Texans. Calvin Ridley, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Lutz good on the extra point. And that is... game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Travis Etienne and the Jags offense set to take over again here. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge?
Touchdown, Jaguars! Christian Kirk, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go play action with Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September.
A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 91 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just a series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. From just shy of midfield, Hurts. He finds his man, complete. That's Bates. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to motor his way down to his 16-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Boy, what would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
If it runs in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Hurts going to keep it again. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level. Lutz with the extra point. And we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Short little throw to Ebron. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for... least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And some room to roam now. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Hurts to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen from his outside linebacker spot gets him down there for a loss of 4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
Back now in Houston. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. On 2nd and 1, Lawrence. Short little throw to Ebron. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Flush to his right. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Lawrence, throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Lawrence will throw. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a 1st down. Etienne is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 2nd and goal, Lawrence. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Texans are right back in this football game. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Hands it off out of the gun. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Hurts fumbles it, and the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for Jacksonville score. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal.
On the double. Alert, alert. Opposite. Check, check.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A shotgun snap and again to ETN. And a short gain here down to the 22. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. And this offense on third down today, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. This to make it a 3-score game late. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle. A 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Houston set to take over. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down.
Hurts.
He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
On 2nd down, ETN once more.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
ETN once more.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. As the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Lawrence to throw.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Trevor Lawrence,
a 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Jaguars are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is now 24.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. The Texans offense set to regain possession. Where do we stand right now in the 4th quarter? This one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had 7. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
a lot of happy faces heading in.
I'm downstairs. You mean? Girl. I told you I'd be ready. You always got excuses and you know I be on top of things. Punctual my proper name. On the dot is not your aim. Although we in love, we are not the same. I hit you on that celly. You said you needed 5, that was more than 12 ago. Claim you got your hands tied, time stuck like Velcro. Georgia Peach on east side like it's ATL. You lacking.